Hey everybody, welcome back to Champion Sons in our NCAA Basketball series as we are getting kicked off here with conference play in season number 2. And the first game, we are on the road against Bowling Green. And this one should be a pretty tough matchup. However, I think last season we were able to handle them fairly efficiently. Now coming in, we are 6-7 right now. Simulating hasn't really worked out as well as we had hoped. But that's part of developing a team and getting everybody overall to be just better. Is when you simulate some, you are going to end up losing games. It's just part of the process. I understand it, so we do have to go through that. Now this is an opportunity for us to level things out, and we are going to get underway here with the tip-off against Bowling Green, losing that one to get this game started, so they will start off with possession. Now they are working the ball around. We're going with our standard man defense right now, keeping our possession up, and they're driving that one down inside. That one will come off the rim, and we do gather in the rebound right there as we get the pass off to Simpson to bring up the court. And he's able to do that and starts to slow things down a little bit as we work the ball around, trying to find those passing lanes. Right now they are going with a man defense as well, which is kind of helps us, I think, in our offensive game plans. As we now have Massey down in the corner, we get the screen set by Pope. He passes it down to him, goes up with the hook shot. That's back off the rim and no good. The Bowling Green will rebound that one. As the Falcons are struggling this season at 4-9, so hopefully we can get out of here with a win. And they drive the lane and go up, and that's going to be the first foul of the game by Eric Pope down low. Going to block the shot, just couldn't get a hand on the ball. Instead, he got it on the player, and they're going to call that a foul right there. So they will get 2 free ones at the stripe. Now, so far, they're shooting right now. This small forward is 90-some% from the free throw line, and there he goes making that first one. This kid's got some ability at the free throw stripe, and these can be sometimes a little higher pressured shots. But being at home, he should be able to kind of overcome that and makes the first one, and then the second one goes in. Now, after the free throw, they're going with the press coverage, or not press coverage, press defense, but we work it down low quick and get that one slammed home by our senior center right there, slamming that one home. If they're going to guard us like that, we're going to take the easy passing lane and get that easy shot off, as this game is now tied at two points apiece, just 1 minute into it. Looking for a place, driving down the lane, they finally pass it off, back out, and fire the three up. That's going to be no good, rebounded by Pope. He gets it over to Simpson and bring back down the court. Simpson getting a lot more time handling the ball, and see how that works out between him and Massey as he gets it down to Massey in the low corner, over down to Pope in the post, backing his man down, kind of gathered up, pass it out to Simpson from deep. He fires that one in, 3 from deep to get this game started off. As you can see, we are 4-2 on the road, so we do pretty decently on the road. But getting shots like that and making those is a big deal. Now Massey gets the turnover. He's going to work it back in quick, throws it up, and Simpson unable to do anything with it. Passes it back out as we slow down a little bit here. Get it back down to Pope down low again. Look for that open guy. Go for Simpson from deep, but he doesn't shoot. As we come back around and down to our center. Let him back his man down. He going to go up with it and lay that one in. Easy little lay-in right there. 7-2 is now our lead here on the road, just a couple minutes into this first half of this game. Now the Falcons working it back in, as they are really not able to get too much going on our man defense, but we have to prevent them from driving the lane. Here they fire up a 3, and that's going to be good. I guess you got to prevent the outside shot too, as they're going to go with the press defense on that one, working it back down. Simpson over to our small forward. He tries to drive the lane, but they recover well, and he has to stop and bring it back out to the top. Back down to Simpson on the close side wing. He gets it down to our center. Right under the basket, goes up with it, and he's not going to be able to get that one to fall. Bouncing that one off the backboard as he hangs tough on the rebounder. Coming back this way, our lead is only 2 points now, 7-5, after that three-pointer made by the Falcon on their last possession. They're swinging the ball out around, driving the lane. They go up with it. That's going to be no good and rebounded by our center. He gets it over to Simpson, who comes back our way with it. So a few minutes in, we are leading, and I like seeing that we're getting rebounds. That's a good, advantage and something that we've struggled with in the past. Now we get down low to Pope, and he's going to slam that one home. And that's going to increase our lead to 4, 9-5 on the authoritative slam by Pope. And here come the Falcons right back at us, trying to keep pace with us, and that's what it's going to be. We have to get those easy shots down low, whether they're dunks or layups. Got to get them to fall, and then just keep going with that. Hammer it in. Get the easy shots instead of always going for the deep three. Like they just fired that one up, and that's going to be off the rim and no good. It is rebounded by our center, who gets it over to Massey, and right now we do lead in rebounds 4-2. But one of the other big details I like seeing is we do have 3 assists already real early in this half, and we've got 6 points in the paint. So everything outside of the three-pointer has been down in the paint, and I like seeing that. That's an aggressive play style, and it's efficient. Now we try to get that one to Pope, but we swing it out to Simpson, who gets it over to Massey, who's going to fake shot and pull it out to our small forward, who fires up the 3, and that's going to be off the rim and no good. As that game has slowed down a little bit, we still lead 9-5 here, 5 minutes into the quarter. And not sure what our center was doing right there, kind of leaping around. But it doesn't work out as they get it down low, and he keeps his little leaping ways, and they get an easy basket down under. We've got to be more tough on the defensive end in that note. So we come back with it, and we slow it down a little bit. We're playing a little too quick for our own good. We need to get some time going off this clock. Let's get things adjusted and kind of work the ball down low and find some open shots as that one smacked away, but recovered by our center, and that time he lays that one in, so that would extend our lead. Now we jump a little further here in the first half. We still lead by 3, 19-16, 4.5 minutes remaining, as the game has gone back and forth pretty much shot for shot, it seems like. Both teams making them, both teams missing them at the same time. And so this one is remaining close. The Falcons trying to find a lane to drive and get down low as they work the ball around on the outside edge. Still sticking with a fake drive on that one. Probably had a good lane to go for, but he pulls up and takes it back. So only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. This time they pass it out. They fire up the three-pointer. That one's going to be good, and this game is tied. They are on a 10-2 run here pretty recently. So with their press defense, we go quick, and we hand it off, and that one's going to be down and in on the slam dunk by our center. Just a great pass coming from our point guard as he was driving the lane, and he slams that one home. As you see, we're now 10 of 19 of shooting. We did drop off a little bit because we started taking more outside shots instead of driving the lane. But we got to get back into that. So 21-19 is the score after that missed shot by the Falcons and rebound by us here. Now our point guard has it, gets it over to Wilder. Wilder over to our small forward. Our senior forward here, who has been a pretty big rock for us so far and keeping us grounded. And keep the ball moving around, trying to find an open lane down to our center. He drives, and he's going to lose possession of it. Tried to go up too quick, a little too aggressive on the drive, and he loses possession. That's going to be a turnover. Now we try to get him trapped in the corner over there, and that's going to be they're going to call a foul. That should have been a jump ball. You've got to be kidding me on that. Should have been a jump ball, but they're going to call a foul, so that one will retain possession with the Falcons here as they are going to inbound it from the side. As they're looking for it, Simpson trying to play wide on his man to get in those passing lanes, unable to do so. Now Massey on his man, staying pretty close to him as they get the pass off down to their power forward. And they're working it around to the center. He goes up, and that's slapped away from him. Our senior forward gathers it in. He's going to bring it back quickly right down our court over Simpson. Pulls up the shot, and that one's good. That's going to make our lead 23-19. 2.5 minutes remaining in this game. A quick shot right there. When you have it open, you want to take it, and he follows through and is able to drop that one in. So here come the Falcons trying to find their lane to drive. They've been pretty good about that so far and getting some shots down low and driving that lane. As they work it around with some fancy footwork, unable to get anything going, passing it back out. Simpson on the defensive end now, trying to prevent his guy from having it. He gets a pass off to their small forward. He's going to drive the lane, and they go up with it, and that's going to be a foul on our center. And that's going to be his first foul of the game. So that one will be during the shot. They are going to get two free ones at the stripe. And right now it's going to be their 6'6" junior small forward taking those shots, and that's going to make that first one. We saw the kid earlier being pretty efficient with it, and that's what he does. So the first one does fall. He's got the second one up, and he fires that one away, and that's going to drop as well. So 2 minutes remaining. The score is 23-21. We do have the lead here in Bowling Green. Now they're coming with the press, so we can work it and find those passing lanes as we do with our small forward. He drives it down low and goes up with it, and that's going to be no good. Probably looking for the foul, but unable to get the call as here come the Falcons right back with it. And a shot to tie this game up. Get it down to their center. trying to find a way to back our man down, unable to do so as he passes it back out. And here they are working it down low to their power forward. He's just going to drive, and that's going to be another foul on our center. That's his second foul of the game, and coming up pretty quickly here. 2 fouls in 1 half as we do pull him off the court to give him a little bit of break and try to prevent him from getting in too much foul trouble. So that's going to give their power forward 2 free shots from the stripe as well. Minute 37 seconds remaining. The Falcons do trail by 2, and after that first free throw, they now trail by 1, 23-22. So their second free throw going up. If we time it right, we can get multiple shots, hopefully 3 shots out of these next minute and a half, and try to get those made. So that second one does miss. Score still 23-22 as we get the ball over to Simpson after the rebound. And he's going to start working it around, try to get this offense going. Swings it over to Massey, down low to Pope. Pope backing his man in. He's going to load that one up, lay it in, and that's going to be good. 25-22, a minute 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. So the Falcons coming right back with it. Massey watching his man, trying to keep the passing lane open, really trying to prevent him from being able to drive down low. They get it down low to their power forward, and he's going to turn around and miss that shot. And that's rebounded by Pope as Massey gathers in the pass and works it back down the court. Just under 1 minute remaining, looking to get these final 2 shots off here if we time it out just right. We are still leading in the rebound category 10-9, so we just need to keep that effort going. So Simpson now with the low side wing, 45 seconds remaining. Pope sets the screen. Simpson gets it to Pope, and he's going to get fouled on that shot. So that's going to be the first personal foul by their small forward. Going up, pretty aggressive play by their defense, but hey, it worked. He missed the shots, but he will still get 2 from the line. Now he's just got to convert. Eric Pope is our season leader in points per game right now at about 13.2 points per game, and that's pretty nice seeing it come from a freshman. That doesn't help him, though, in those free throws, as that first one will miss off the rim. And here he comes with the second shot. And that one is going to be good. 4-point lead now, 26-22 as we approach halftime here in the final 40-something seconds. So here come the Falcons trying to get this clock to go down at least a little bit. Get past Massey, but unable to drive the lane. And now they get it over their small forward. Swinging the ball around down low to their center, and he throws that shot up. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Pope. Pope gets it to our senior forward, and we are going to hold it till we get this last shot off. And that's going to be a big thing if we can get that one going. As we working around to Pope up top. 13 seconds remaining. It's with Massey in the high side corner. Massey has it down low to our center. He's got trouble. Get over to our senior forward. Fires up the 3, and that's going to be good as time is starting to tick away here. And that's going to extend our lead out to 7 as we do just hit halftime. 29-22 here in Bowling Green. Good passing. Way to get the assist off. And that's something we need to continue to work on. Get the ball around. Get it down low. That's when best things are going to happen for us. We have gotten a couple of three-pointers coming from our senior forward and from Massey as well. Now we're shooting 57% because we are going low so much. We only have 3 turnovers, but I like seeing the 8 assists. That's a very positive note for our offense. Something we have kind of struggled with is getting those assists and getting that final pass to find that open man. So good first half for us, and that's going to make it 29-22 as we're going to get this second half underway right now here. Looking at our leading scorer, it is going to be our senior center. He does have 10 points, but Pope's got 4 rebounds. So pretty good positive performance by all guys down low as we have it to Pope. Looking for a place to go with it, and he fires it back out wide. And that's going to be back with Massey here at the top of the key. Pope goes to set the screen. Massey gets blocked. He throws it towards Pope, and that one's knocked away, and that's going to be a turnover by our offense. Here come the Falcons. Simpson guarding his man tight, preventing the fast break points. Has them pinned up at the top of the key right there as they swing it around to their small forward and over to their point guard. Massey on him. Down low to their center. He's going to fire up a short little shot, and that one drops 29-24. So here with the press defense, Massey gets the pass coming down. Fires it over to Pope outside. It should have been driving the lane, but he stayed outside as Massey now has it at the top of the key, slowing things down for our offense. Swinging that ball around. Pope with it in the low side wing. He's got it down and sends it down to our center. Our center, they bring in multiple defenders outside to our senior forward. Fires up the three, and that's going to be good. He makes that one from downtown, and that's going to make it an 8-point ball game. 32-24 here early in the second half. As they keep working it around, the Falcons have got a pretty good job passing the ball. We're not getting into those lanes too much. And that time they do find the lane to drive, and they finish it off with the easy lay-in. So here we come back quickly. Massey with the ball. Drives the lane himself. He takes it himself and is going to draw the foul. Unable to get the shot to be made. He does draw the foul, however, so that's going to give him 2 free ones right there. Playing aggressive offense is something that we need to work on. Now, Massey shoots 78.6% from the free throw line. Probably need to get that a little bit better, but still it's a fairly solid number for an individual performance. The first free throw does drop. It's going to be 33-26 after that one. He still has one more shot remaining here and try to make this an 8-point ball game. As he gets that one lined up and he fires up the shot, that's going to be off the front rim, and that's rebounded by the Falcons. So here they come back on offense. Massey and Simpson have done a great job in trying to slow down their transition offense. Both of these offenses like trying to play a little bit slower to find those lanes and get some time off the clock, but doing a good job on the other end anyways. Now after their missed shot, Pope does gather in a rebound, gets the ball over to Massey. We still lead by 7, 33-26, 2 minutes into the second half here as he gets the ball down to Simpson, who works it down to Pope. He's going to go up and slam that one home aggressively, and that's a big-time point, making this thing a 9-point ball game at that stage. Now we're going to advance a little bit further here into the second half. Just under 4 minutes to go. We've got a 13-point lead here, needing to finish out the game. Last season we lost a couple times because we weren't able to finish games out and close them down when we should. And so that's one thing we need to improve on, and we're going to hopefully be able to do that here in this one. So we try to drive the lane, nowhere to go with it. And we fire up the three by Massey, and he's going to make another one. And that's going to extend us out to the biggest lead we've had all game of 16 points. Well, here come the Falcons right back at us, and they're going to draw a foul. Our center, number 10, he goes up to try to get that block on him. Just takes a poor body position and commits the foul. 16-point lead, 3 minutes to go. We're going to get some subs working in and try to just maintain the lead we have, but we cannot let this game get out of control. You think 16 points in 3 minutes, that's not enough time. Believe me, I've seen worse. It is more than enough time. So the first free throw does go good, and it's 56-41 as they fire up the second one. That's going to be in. So 56-42, 14-point ball game. As here we come right back with it. Our point guard drives it down low to our center. He's going to go up and get a foul now. And it looks like we're just exchanging fouls and free throws at this point. Both teams being very aggressive on both ends of the ball. It's just kind of worked out a little bit better for us, especially with that press defense that they're playing. It's given us a little bit more passing lanes. Now, our senior center, he leads the team in rebounds with 7.1 rebounds per game. Shooting, definitely not so much, but rebounds, yes. And that first free throw bounces off the rim and is no good, as the crowd is doing its job and affecting our shots right now, it seems like. As we miss that first one, line up the second one, and that's going to be up and good. So 57-42, 15-point lead here for our Central Michigan Chippewas as this game continues and we try to get this one sealed up. The Falcons maintaining possession, trying to set up a screen. Unable to get it. They hand it over to the power forward, drives the lane. He's going to slam that one home on us. Ooh, that was a little soft on the defensive end. But here we come right back at him, trying to penetrate that press defense. And we do a pretty good job, but slowing it down now. Working the clock. Let it be our friend. As Stewart has it over in the far side wing, gets it back out to our senior guard. As he keeps possession, looks to drive the lane. Unable to do so. Back out. Pope has it now on the low side wing. Over here to our shooter. He gets it down low to our center, who's going to back his man in far to our point guard. He fires up the three, and that's going to be off the rim and no good. 57-44 is the score here in Bowling Green. A 13-point ball game as the Falcons look to try to come back from this 13-point deficit. As they're trying to drive, nowhere to go. Defense does a good job holding them back in, but they get the easy pass down low, and it's now an 11-point ball game. 2 minutes remaining, 11-point game as we get the pass off and try to get it down here quickly. So still working the clock. That's going to be a big thing. Still needing to work the clock and get the easier shots. So down low, back out to our point guard from 3, and that's off the back rim and no good. It looks like they're giving us those shots because I have a feeling they know we're not going to make it. And they're trying to come back and just tease us with those. As they're working the ball around trying to find that mismatch. And they may have it. For some reason, our center's guarding our point guard. I don't like seeing that. This one, they fire a 3 up from the wing. No good. Our point guard does rebound it. So a minute and a half remaining here in this one. An 11-point ball game as we let this clock start to move down slowly. Get it down to our shooting guard, down to Pope. Pope in the post, passes the ball back out, working it around, trying to get that easy shot, but mainly just taking time off the clock. We get the screen, drive it in, and that's going to be up, and we will draw the foul right there. They did call that a foul on the Falcons, if I'm not mistaken, right? It looks like just by player reaction, they're trying to say that foul was on us. As we start subbing some of our other players out to give some guys a chance in. And that is going to send Stewart to the free throw line. Okay, that's what I was thinking. This kind of looked a little different by the player reaction. Now, Stewart shoots 75% from the free throw stripe, so I'm fairly confident. But as I say that, he misfires on that first one. Like I said, maybe it's the fact we're playing away and we're getting all these free throws, but we have missed a good chunk of them. It seems like we're just shooting about 60% from the stripe. The second one does go up and good. 12-point ball game. 1 minute, 10 seconds. Stewart goes off the floor now. And that should hopefully help us seal this deal up. But we got to play tough defense, and we know we're going to eventually have to start making these free throws. So here come the Falcons right back at us here. 1 minute now remaining. 12-point game. They fire up that 3, and that's going to be off the rim and no good. Rebounded by our center. And here comes the foul brigade. As we're going to start changing some people out, get some of our better free throw shooters in. As Massey is now in the game. Same thing with Simpson. Now they do foul Massey relatively quickly, but time is ticking away, and if we can start making free throws, get this one sealed up nice and quick. 58-46 is what it remains with 54.3 seconds left on the clock. Massey shooting his first of the 1-and-1. That shot is up and is good, so he will get a second one. He's got 5 points, 2 for 3 from the stripe so far. 59-46 here, 15-point ball game. Second one goes up and good. 60-46 now. And that should help us do it. I don't think they're going to be able to come back from 14 down within 1 minute. As we're playing some defense, not trying to bait them into those long, far shots, but still trying to push them into the long 3. They do fire one up from their power forward. Probably definitely should not have taken that. As now I think even they've understood that time is just ticking away here. We will have to fire up one more shot. There's 30 seconds left in the game, about 20 seconds left on the shot clock. So you will see at least one more shot go up. But we're going to make it respectable for these guys. We're not going to just hammer them down at home, basically. As we get down to these final 15 seconds, 5 left on the shot. Massey tries to pass it off and turns it over. I mean, you know, in the end, what does it matter for us? It doesn't, but still. They fire that one up. That's going to be no good. They get an offensive rebound and lay that one in. 0.2 seconds left. This game is done. 12-point ball game, 60-48. A good win. Some sloppy play. Turnovers and all that, just some sloppy play. Our player of the game is Eric Pope with 15 points and 8 rebounds on the day. They get their player of the game, small forward, 15 points and 5 rebounds. So a little bit of difference right there, and that's kind of what you saw at some points of the game was our rebounding capability. We have stepped it up a notch, to say the least. So good win for the first win of conference play. That gets us level again at 7-7. That's a definite positive note from where we were at this stage of the last season. Now, that's going to take us to our first game against our rival, Western Michigan. They knocked us out of the conference tournament last season. They've been a bane in our existence, forever, a pain in our keister, a shot to the rear end, a punch in the ribs, whatever you want to call them, that's what they are. Now, we have simulated 3 other games, at which point we went 1-2, so after the last game we played, they all saw we were 7-7. Now we are 8-9. We are 2-2 in conference play. Hoping that this one goes our way. We are at home, and so we should have a good crowd presence with us as we do win the tip-off here against Western Michigan. Now Massey has it, gets it down to our small forward, works it down low to our center. Looks like they're going to go with a little bit of a man defense right now. He pulls up the hook shot, and that one's going to be no good and rebounded by the Broncos. And here they come right back with it as they are taking their time, getting their offense set up, keeping it at the top of the key, swinging it down low. They drive it in, go up with that one. That's no good. Pope gets the rebound, and he sends it over to Simpson, who's going to come back to our side of the court with it. Simpson looking for that pass as they've now dropped back into a zone defense. Over to Massey, fires up the three, and that's going to be good. The first points of the day come from downtown. 3-0 here early against Western Michigan. So here they come driving the lane. It looks like that's what they're going to be trying to do, is be aggressive and drive the lane as they try to back in our small forward. Pope is going to go to defend, and he's going to commit a foul, and they will make that so he gets the and one shot. Oh, Pope is still a freshman. You have to remember that. He's going to make those kind of plays. Now, their small forward is shooting 50% from the stripe, and that's what leads the team. So, in reality, if we can prevent this from being an and one situation, as he misses that, sending them to the stripe might be one of the safer things to do. So Simpson now, with the possession of the ball, trying to work it around, gets it over to Massey, trying to penetrate this zone down low to Pope. Goes up, and he's going to lay that one up, but it bounces off the rim and no good. As we have switched our offensive play style to be more of a balanced style instead of the half court that we're used to. As they swing it out to an open man who passes back to the top. Looks like our defenders aren't really sure where to go with it. They fire up a three, and now they're going to take the lead 5-3 here. Just a couple shots into Western Michigan firing on all cylinders. Looking at our home record, it's way different than our away games. We are 3-5 here at home. Need to do a little bit better and be more efficient in front of our home crowd. So Simpson has it, tries to pass it to our center, and he hits it off a defender. And that's going to be another turnover here by the Chippewas early on. So 5-3 is where the game stands as Western Michigan working the ball around, trying to get that lane to drive. And our defenders are playing a little bit too quick and loose for their own good. Here they go with the pass down low, and that's going to be up and off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Pope. Sends it over to Massey to come right back with us. Here, coming back our way. Massey trying to get stuff set up, trying to penetrate that zone defense, which we have always seemed to have problems with. And most of the time, we can take these open shots, but I just don't trust in these things to fall all the time, and that's a big problem. Of course, we have to get our shooting better. Now, Simpson's going to drive the lane with authority and slam that one home. That's going to get this game tied up at 5 and hopefully lights a little bit of a fire under the Chippewas here as we continue to try to be aggressive on the offensive side of the ball. That's going to be our best way to get points and to get some more wins than we had last year. As they pass it down low, go up with it. It's going to be blocked and smacked away. Massey gathers in the ball, and he's going to come back and quickly and try to slow it down a little bit. Need to get that shot and work on our passing lanes. As we get it down low to Pope, they go to double team him. Back out to our small forward. Over to Massey in the corner. Fires up the three, and that's going to be off the rim. No good. Rebounded by our center. Another opportunity. Sends it over to Simpson. Looking for a lane to drive. Unable to do so. Back out to Massey. Down low to Pope. He's going to go up authoritatively off the backboard, but no good. And rebounded by the Broncos, and here they come with it. Looking for that lane to drive. He's going to find it. Goes up forward. He's going to be hit by our center, or small forward, but they do not call a foul. As that shot does miss, the game remains tied at 5 as we approach about 3.5 minutes into this first half. Out low to our small forward off the rim for the three. And that's where our shooting comes in. If we go cold, that's going to be a big problem for us as the Broncos try to slow things down a little bit on their end as they have possession of it. 11 minutes remaining in the first half. The game is tied 5-5. Looking for a way to drive in. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing in this one. As aggressive as we want to be, we've got to get in those lanes and prevent drives like that as they go up with the spinning shot. And that's going to be a foul by our senior forward here. His first foul of the game. That's going to give him 2 free ones. But hey, if 50% leads the team, I'll take my chances. And why would they say 50% leads the team? This guy, their point guard, shooting at 70. I should have known that stat was too good to be true. As his first one goes up and is good, and that's going to give the Broncos the lead here once again, 6-5. Just under 11 minutes remaining here now in the first half. His second shot is up and good as well. Now we're going to move on a little further here in the first half. Scores remain the same, basically 23-21. We trail by 2, 4 minutes remaining as we get the ball down low to our senior. Pass it back out to our shooting guard over around. Down to Stewart. He gets it back down low. And that's what we have to do. We have to get our passing lanes open and get it. Stewart, who's going to drive that lane and lays that one in. Not used to seeing that play from that young freshman, but he comes up big time for us and gets this game tied up. And that's what I mean. Pass it till you get the lane. So not just the shot, but we need to get the lane. Like I said, I don't trust our shots to fall all that much. So if we can get that driving lane and try to get those easy lay-in buckets, that's what's going to help us out the most. Western Michigan trying to do the same thing, looking for that open pass to find that man as they get it down low, and we are going to commit the foul on that one. A pretty good – oh, wait, no, they're going to call that on the Broncos. That's going to be an offensive foul. All right, that should be one more turnover and give us possession of the ball. This game is tied 23-23, so every turnover like that is going to be big as we try to get this one inbounded over to our point guard who works it back down the court, looking for someone to pass it to, over to Wilder. He's trying to drive a lane, nowhere to go with it, so we kind of slow things down and set up our offense a little bit better. Our point guard drives, kicks it back out. That's the three, and that's off the rim and no good. Another three-pointer falls. You know, you'd think we'd make a little bit more, but we don't. And that's going to be a problem, maybe not right now, but definitely later. As it looks like our point guard Wilder tried to get their man pinned back, but unable to do so. And for some reason, Wilder is guarding him. Now, it looks like that's their point guard, but Wilder wanted a piece of it. And so they do pass the ball around. They find an open man down low. Wilder gets on his person. He's going to lose control of it down on the baseline. Good turnover by our defense. Gets it out to our shooting guard. He's going to go lay that one up, and that's off the rim and no good. Now we can't even make the lay-in shots. So here come the Broncos right back at us as they're working the ball around, trying to find that open man in that lane. And here they come with the move and screen. That's going to be another turnover here by the Broncos and give us another shot. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Everything is tied up, 23 apiece. As Massey is in the game, he gets the ball to work, brings it down the court for our offense. Looking to get that passing route set up as we get it down to Wilder in the post. They double team him back out top. He fires that one up. That's going to be off the rim and no good. In and out on that one. So I'm not sure why our shooting is failing, why it's going down this way. But for some reason, it just is. As they get it to their man down low, Wilder playing on defense. He interrupts that shot enough and gathers in the rebound. Gets the ball over to Massey as we come back with it. 2 minutes remaining. Our coach wanting us to win these final 2 minutes. A little bit easier said than done. As we set the screen, pass it down low to our center. He's going to go up with it. That's off the rim and no good. Now we're not even making the easy lay-ins. Our shooting has just gone stone cold here. And what a poor time for that to happen, as we are tied up 23 apiece at home against our rival, the Broncos, as they are working the ball around. Looks like their center has it in the low side key, tries to drive the lane, sticks with it, goes up, and he's going to get fouled, and that's no good, though. Looks like Massey may have committed that foul. And, I mean, he played aggressively, and so did we, but we've got to do better on our offensive side. Like, there's no excuse for missing the shots that we have missed. So they will get 2 shots from the stripe here in the final minute and a half in a tie ball game. The first one goes up and is good. As we get set up here for the second of the 2 free throws. Trailing now by 1, 24-23. As they fire up that second one, that's going to be no good. Rebounded by our center. He gets it over to Simpson, who comes back down with it and need to regain this lead. Simpson, about a minute, 20 seconds remaining, gets it over to our shooting guard. Down low to Wilder in the post. Double team, back out. He's going to fire up the 3, and that one's off the rim and no good. Still unable to make shots, but we get the turnover. Our center smacked it out of his hand, and we're going to slow things down once again. Simpson with possession of the ball. A screen is set for him. Simpson drives the lane, lays it in, and that's going to give us a lead, 25-24 here near the end of the first half. Just under 1 minute remaining. Broncos come back this way. This is a back and forth game so far. They make a little quick move, fire up the shot. That's going to be no good. They get the offensive rebound and drop that one in and claim the lead one more time. 26-25 Broncos now. Little couple second difference from the shot clock and the game clock, so we do still have to honor that one. Simpson now with the down low key over to Wilder. Wilder trying to back his man down. Looks like they're caught out of position. Back out to Simpson. Three-pointer. It's going to be good. That's going to give us a 2-point lead. Simpson, 3 of 4 shooting, 7 points on the night so far. 28-26 lead here by the Chippewas at home. 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Broncos trying to get that final shot and make it a good one. They have it on the far side wing. And they set the screen, try to drive the lane. Nowhere to go with it. Throws up a fadeaway shot off the rim, no good. So we will have the lead here at the end of the first half, which is kind of surprising the way we've been shooting. We've gotten baskets down low. We've found lanes to drive it, which is where we're most effective, but you have to make shots at some point. You just really do. And the only way I can think to make shots is to continue to fire them up. Right now we're shooting 44% to their 50. We have 11 rebounds to their 16. 6 assists, though, and 0 turnovers. So we're beating them in some aspects of the game, just not where I think it counts the most, right? Field goal percentage shooting is just way off at this point. So now we're going to jump near the end of the second half. We actually have a 5-point lead here. There's only 2 minutes remaining, and this is where the most stressful 2 minutes lie. As we turn it over, a simple turnover, looking for the pass, and it's 46-51. As they lay that one in, now it's 48-51. We still have a 3-point lead, 2 minutes remaining here in this game. Multiple fouls for both teams available, and a lot of different timeouts. But we have the lead. We just need to make a couple shots, and we can just seal this deal up. Like I said, that was a problem for us last season. We need to not let that be our problem this season. As our center backs his man down, goes up for it, and that's going to be off the rim and no good. 1.5 minutes remaining. Broncos trailing by 3 as they're working it down in, passing it down low. They get it between our legs, and they lay that one in. Now they trail only by 1. 1 minute and 28 seconds remaining. Here we come back with our senior point guard having possession. They're working that zone, being a little bit more aggressive on the defensive end, though. As we set the screen, try to drive the lane, go up for it, and that's going to be in and good. About 1 minute, 10 seconds back to a 3-point lead, 53-50. Broncos coming right back with it. Both teams got to go a little quicker than we're comfortable with. They get it down low, and they're going to lay that one in. How? Oh, my goodness. 52-53. How are they laying that in just like that? So 54 seconds remaining. We need to get the final 2 shots, because if we miss, I don't want to leave ourselves with very little time, right? So we drive the lane after the screen and going for the lay-in, and that's no good, but we get the rebound, and he tries to lay it up and mixes it off the rim. You've got to be kidding me. 35 seconds remaining. We still lead by 1. Broncos with possession. They work it down to the low side key. They try to drive forward, pass it back out as they keep the ball moving. Time is ticking away here in the second half. As they try to get everything set up, look for a lane to drive. They back it out to the top. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 15 in the game. They finally find their man down low, lay that one up, and in 12 seconds remaining, they now lead 54-53. This could be a monumental collapse. We need this shot. Our point guard has it. Down low to our center. Back out to our wing. He fires it up, and that's going to be no good. He misses it, and we allow them to come back like that. A 5-point lead in 2 minutes, and we blow it. This could be the biggest choke of our season, especially at home. You've got to be kidding me on that. The biggest choke of our season, we allow them to come back. 2 minutes remaining. We score only 1 bucket in 2 minutes, and they beat us now 54-53. Trailing at one point 46-51. 2 minutes remaining. And this is how the game ends up. That was a pretty piss-poor close to that game. So now we've lost 3 games in a row. Those other 2 we did simulate, but now we've lost 3 games in a row. Part of the way through our conference season, and need to see some improvement going into this back half. So definitely join us for those. This is going to be a stressful grind to the end. If you did like today's video, give us a thumbs up. If you have not hit that subscribe button, definitely do that and hit that little bell so you're notified of all the Champ and Sons content. And it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a grind, but we can definitely get this season turned around and get our team turned around as well. I look forward to y'all joining us as we go through this journey. So thank y'all very much for watching this episode, and I will see y'all in the next one. So as I always say, everybody stay safe. And, well, y'all know how it goes by now, right? Later, y'all.